Lesson 12, Factoring Polynomials, Pattern number 7. This is the last of a series of videos on factoring polynomials. And we are now in pattern number 7, factoring by grouping. This is number 7. And we have the following rules. If needed, rearrange or regroup the terms with common factors. Number 2, factor out common monomial factors or binomial factors, if there are any. And then number 3, continue factoring until all factors are prime. So you will be using any of those factorization patterns from numbers 1 to number 6. Examples. We have 2x cubed plus x squared plus 2xy squared plus y squared. And then we regroup the terms which have some common factors. Like these two terms have y squared, so we group them together. And then we group together the first two and factor out something if there are any. So the common factor in the first grouping is x squared. Factor out x squared and you have 2x plus 1. Then copy the sign in between them. And then the common factor here is y squared. So factor out y squared and you have 2x plus 1. And then if you look at the two terms, this is the first term and this is the second term. It is separated by a positive sign or an addition sign. If you look at the two terms, there is a common binomial factor. So we have this and we can factor out the common binomial. So the next step is your factors will be 2x plus 1 times x squared plus y. If you take out this common binomial, then we will have 2x plus 1 and this will be left, x squared plus y squared. Okay, and those are your factors. X squared plus y squared is not factorable anymore. Number 2, we have x squared minus y squared plus ax plus ay. It's obvious that you have a common factor here. So these two terms will be grouped together, and these two terms also will be grouped together because they are factorable, the difference of two squares. So next we factor them. So x plus y, x minus y, then copy the addition sign, and then factor out the a, and you have x plus y. Now there are only two terms. This is the first term and this is the second term, but this is not yet completely factored. So we will factor out the common binomial. Which is the common binomial here? So the common binomial is x plus y and x plus y. So the final answer is you factor out the common binomial and whatever is left, you copy. So what is left when you factor out this one? X minus y plus a. So this is your final answer. Then number 3, mx plus my minus px minus py. We'll group together the two terms with an m and the two terms with a p. So grouping them together, but there is a negative here and another negative. So negative p and negative p. We can factor out the negative sign and put it outside so that the terms inside will change in sign. It becomes positive. And factor out a common factor from these two factors, or from these two groups. So this time we have m x plus y minus, the common factor is p, then you have x plus y. We have here two terms. So one term, another term. And the common binomial factor is x plus y. Take out the common binomial factor and you have x plus y times m minus p. So this is your final answer. Next, number 4. 4x minus 4y minus x cubed plus x squared y. We can group together the first two terms with a 4, and the last two terms also, we can group them together because there are common factors. So factoring the first group, we have 4x minus y minus, we can factor out x squared and we have x minus y. Again, there are two terms, the first term and the second term, and the common binomial factor is x minus y. So we will just factor out x minus y, and whatever is left is the next factor. So 4 minus x squared. But the next factor is still factorable because this is difference of two perfect squares. So we can factor once again, copying the first factor, x minus y, and we have the difference of two squares. So we have 2 plus x, 2 minus x, and this is our final answer. And lastly, we have x cubed minus 2x squared minus 9 plus 18. And grouping together the first two and the last two, we can factor out a common factor here, x squared, and we have x minus 2. And factoring out a common factor here, we have 9x minus 2. Again, we have two terms. And the common monomial factor or binomial factor is x minus 2. So, factoring out x minus 2, we have x squared minus 9 as the next factor. And since x squared minus 9 is still factorable, we factor once again. X minus 2 is copied, and we have x plus 3, x minus 3. So we have 3 factors. That's our final answer. And we have just successfully finished all the factorization patterns for polynomials. I hope that you will memorize and practice, because this will be very beneficial for you when you are solving equations in the future. Thank you very much for watching, and please like, share, and subscribe to this channel by clicking the button below.